Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. This could be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship. And for a small portion of you, you could be dealing with somebody that you've met and you have a whole lot of energy with them. There's this intense connection, however, no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I have certain reasons for that. All right. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what has come up today. All right. We have here opening followed by abundance, hearth and home, mothering, power, change, crossroads, awakening. And then we have play under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, there's certain things that I have kept hidden deep down inside of my heart, certain things I never really told you about. And I wonder now, is it time? Is it time for me to finally open up? I do feel the need to be more truthful, to be more honest and open now, more than ever before. Because so much has happened. And I feel that someday I may not get that chance. There's certain things that I've hidden, certain secrets, passions, fears, things that I did not want to share with you for a variety of reasons. But now all that has changed. I'm starting to realize that it is important that I open up to you, to have an open and honest communication. I also feel that in this connection, you and I make a great couple. We are like a power couple. I feel that I can learn a lot from you. With this wisdom, I hope that one day we can build together, make more than what we have already, but do it as a team. I feel that in this connection, you are that person who I can learn and gain things from, but in return, I also wish and hope that I can help you. I feel that in this connection, there's this desire to settle down financially, materialistically, and that has been a problem in the past. The materialistic resources, or the lack of material resources, that has been something that's on my mind for a long time now. And I do feel I see more than ever now that you are my hearth and home. Wherever you are, that is where my home is. When I am cold, you've been that person who keeps me warm. And when I'm lost, you are that guiding light that guides me home. I also feel that in this connection there is a sense of nurturing, caring, protecting, loving feelings. The feelings of unconditional love. Now, I see this, and it comes from you. I sense it, and it comes from you. This unconditional love that exists. It is very natural. There's a part of you that makes me feel very weak. Weak in the knees and emotionally vulnerable. Because you are so powerful, and the temptation is quite powerful. I feel it difficult to resist you. I also feel that in this connection, that when you and I are together, or when I think of you, everything feels right. Everything just feels as if it'll be okay and it'll fall into place. I do feel that in this connection, you have the power and the ability to seduce, but you don't even have to try. With you, it just happens. It's so natural. And I do believe that the circumstances that I'm in, materialistically right now, they need to change. I need to take things more seriously. And that change needs to happen fast and quick. This can't be a slow change. At this point, there needs to be drastic action. There also needs to be a change with the decision and the path that I'm following. The crossroads that I'm on, that I'm at. I don't know which way to move. Should I move left or right? That change needs to be made soon because it's time to make a decision, to move forward, to choose a right path. But I find it difficult to do so. And now I've come to this awakening moment, this realization that all that I have gone through and all that I've seen, I'm starting to see things finally from your perspective. And I understand what unconditional love is. I understand what selfless love is. That defines you. I never recognized that before. I never knew that before. I do feel that in this connection there is this sense of having this awakening where I can see things from your perspective, where I have put myself into your shoes, where all that has happened, things seem more clear because I'm seeing things from your lens. This is what seems different to me now. Yes, things were different before. However, now they've changed. I also feel that in this connection there is a sense of mischievousness and friendship. You are that person that makes me feel alive again, fun again, vibrant, youthful. You make me want to live life. And you make me feel alive again. This is an energy that you give to me through the friendship that we share and the feelings that I have for you. They are very strong. It is difficult for me to move on and not make a decision because I do have feelings and emotions for you. I do have affection and I do care for you. And I do appreciate you, but nothing can move forward unless there is a change that is made. All right. Libra. So we do have a situation here where something is supposed to change, and the change can only be made at a certain point in time, but it's needed because somebody here needs to make a choice. So why is a choice not being made? Because sometimes there's a lack of clarity and there's this hesitation. Now, what I'm seeing here is with the change card, this does talk about moving above and beyond that, getting over that hesitation and finally making that move. Your person of interest is finally starting to see that where you're coming from, it is a hard place. It's not nice what they're doing, and they realize this now. Do they have affection and feeling towards you? Yes, they do, but there's also something here related to money, because we have abundance. This could be either they are unable to settle down with you because of financial restrictions or a lack of finances. Whatever it is, it's something to do with abundance, wealth, money, materialistic resources, things like that. So there is a little bit of an issue here when it comes to abundance. And that may be something that they had not told you because they want to open up about abundance. They want to talk to you about that. For some of you, they want to open up to you about how much money they do have. Isn't that nice? But I do see that opening, and then I also see the abundance card. So somebody here also, in addition to all the other scenarios, somebody here also wants to open up about how much money they do have, because they have a lot. So that's for a small portion of you. For others of you, they just want to open up about the issues that they have with money. Either way, keywords here is opening, wanting to open up, and finances. All right, here we have the Lover's Path Tarot. All right, so this deck, I like to read a little bit into the past to see what happened in the first place that caused the problem in this connection. The first set of cards that I just looked at, that is the current status, the current situation. These I read in the reverse, and this is in the past. So this is for those of you that wanted closure, but you just never got any. This person may have ghosted, they may have faded, they may have just discontinued connecting with you. And the connection, for example, the communication between you may be quite less. So perhaps they just communicate with you once a week or once every month. That sort of thing. Three of Staffs. And I read this in the reverse. Here we have somebody who was quite impatient at some point in time, and they were not really good at planning. They wanted to have the ability to transform their goals into realistic action, but there was a lack of focus when they were doing any activity. When there's a lack of focus, that also means that their focus is elsewhere. It's scattered energy. Here it talks about ambitious plans that may not have been grounded in reality, that may not have been realistic or practical. And there was a sense of frustrating delays. So it does appear that there's certain things that this person was dependent on. They were waiting for something to come through, and after that, they would have made other plans. However, their plans, whatever they were thinking, whatever they were making, it was just not realistic. It was just not realistic. This does not indicate to me somebody who is very mature or immature. This is just simple thought, the mindset of your person. Their mindset was like this. This is not a factor of them being either mature or immature. For some of you it is. However, the way I'm seeing these cards right now, it doesn't show me, we don't have a page, we don't have a princess. So it does appear here that your person of interest, the way they had planned was just not realistic. And that can happen at any age, whether people are very wise or whether not. Okay. We have here also the 7 of Cups. With the 7 of Cups, it talks about choices, indecisiveness, and living in a fantasy land. So, you remember we had the crossroads earlier, right? And we had change right in front of that. So that's interesting because change is needed in order to make that crossroads happen. Now here, in the past, what was happening? There was a lack of decision making. So still, right now they're still at the crossroads, but before also they were at the crossroads. So here it talks about choices, indecisiveness, and a lack of fantasy. This person was overindulging in thoughts of what the future may have brought, and they were daydreaming a lot. That rhymed. It wasn't supposed to. A decision should have been made in order to move forward and rejoin the world. They were allowing fantasies to influence how they felt and view about life, and their views about life. They were projecting onto others instead of seeing things that the way they truly were. So they were allowing fantasies to influence how they viewed life. Because there was a lack of choices and there was a lot of indecisiveness, this person actually lived in a fantasy land. So you have the word here, fantasy, and not living in reality. The person was delusional. Now, delusional could be various levels. We're just talking about, this is kind of metaphorically speaking, but it does appear that your person of interest was not very practical. They were daydreaming, they were thinking. So this is a person, they thought that things could happen and they thought about it, but they didn't really do anything about it. And that shows me that they were not responsible. You were not dealing with a person that was very responsible. They're very irresponsible. And that doesn't have to be just because they're immature. This could be because they wanted to be irresponsible. Maybe they weren't so interested. Now, if somebody is invested and if they are interested, they do take that time out. They do make decisions. They don't leave it hanging. They do create plans that are realistic. It appears here, Libra, that you were in a connection or you are in a connection with somebody where your level of thought is much more on a higher level and it's promising. Theirs is, let's see where this goes. I'm seeing a sail, like a boat. It's on the ocean. This is a vision that I'm having. The sails are white, the boat is white and silver, and matte silver. And I see that the boat is sailing wherever the wind takes it. Okay. So, as an analogy, I guess, your person of interest, they're sailing where the wind blows. Wherever they see opportunity, wherever they see hope, fun, whatever it is that they are looking for, they will go in that direction and get it because that's what they want at that time. That's the whole difference here. That is a totally different type of personality now, isn't it? Yeah. And it is what this person was all about. So they had a certain idea in mind, and that's okay. People have their own agendas, that's fine. But when you're dealing with another person, you don't want to lead them on, right? That's the problem. Here, you're dealing with somebody that knew that they can do something, but they'd rather do something that's just go with the flow, follow where the wind goes, just let the wind carry me, and I will enjoy it as it goes along. That's what this person was doing. They were just enjoying it. They weren't actually putting effort into it. And you must have gotten so damn frustrated, because the impression they were making was that they are committed or they are interested, that you are exclusive. This is the impression they had made. And yet they are not giving you the time, energy, or effort, or not even making a decision. They're not even reliable. They're not even realistic or practical. That must have been very frustrating. Let me know in the comments below. My goodness. Okay. So that's the issue. That's the issue that this person had. All right, I have here the Beginner's Tarot. And these are any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards... No. I need one single card. I only picked the top card. Okay, there you go. 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. For a small portion of you, this could be a third-party situation. You have an extra card coming out here. A Fool card. I'm getting the word foolhardy. Foolhardy. Okay. All right. So what's interesting about this is you have a king, but you also have a page too. So there's a part of this person. No. There's a part of this individual when they connect with you, they seem very much like a king, but then there's also that part of them that when they're about to really connect with you, they start to act like a page. It's kind of frustrating because you don't know kind of how to deal with them. This person seems to be, what do you call it? I know there's a certain type of person. It's like walking on eggshells. You just don't know what's going to happen next with this person. 3 of Pentacles. Your person of interest could be somebody that you have worked with in the past. Your workplace could be a current situation where you're working with them. If that's not the case, it does appear that in this connection, you're with somebody who really wants to manifest something with you. They are falling in love with you. But they want to manifest something. They want to construct something. They want to have partnership in this connection, and they want to connect through something like a project. So here we do have 3 people, and one of them is you, and then there's another person and another person. So there is some sort of love triangle. It doesn't have to be between people. It could be somebody's choosing their career over their loved ones. It could be that type of a situation. Now we also have here the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands here, it does talk about how in this connection, we have this individual who's looking off far into the distance and they're waiting for their ships to come in. They'll know it when they see it. It hasn't happened yet. Whatever decision they're going to make, whatever plans they're making for their own future or within this connection, they know what they're going to do, but they're only going to know it when they see it. There's a time and period for that. We also have here the King of Cups. The King of Cups here talks about how in this connection there is this desire to express love, to show love, and to show a solid sort of proposal. This person is going to make an offer, and it is coming from a king. But the problem is their approach may not be so bold. They are very shy because of this Page of Swords. So internally they love you a lot. But externally, if and when they reach out to you, it's going to be quite a surprise because of the way they reach out. Here we have the Page of Swords. Now with the Page of Swords, it does talk about how this individual is going to reach out to you in a very shy way, sheepish. They are actually not very confident. They don't have a lot of self-esteem. They look at you from the back benches. They are they don't believe in themselves. They really do feel shy, but also just that overall lack of confidence. So the love part is there. They do love you like a king. However, when the approach is there, that is very much like a page, somebody that does not have a lot of experience or a lot of guts and courage. There's no strength. This also talks about online stalking. Some people do check out maybe your profile online. If you don't have that, not everybody does have online presence. They may be asking people that you know, the grocer, the teller, somebody. Then in addition to that, we also have another very youthful card, the Fool card. With the Fool card, this talks about how this person may eventually take action first and think later. And now that is a problem, because this also shows that your person of interest wants to make a move. But the problem is the way that they're moving, it's not the right way. They may be taking action and then thinking about it long after. So if you were to jump into a relationship with this person, it may finish as soon as it had started because the foundation is not strong. So my recommendation seeing this is take it easy. Take it one step at a time. Don't rush into the situation. With this person, in this relationship, you will have to be the one, Libra, who's going to lead. And they're okay with that because they don't know any better. Here we have the Ace of Swords, the overall arching theme. There's a desire here to be very logical, very critical, practical now. Before they were not. Now it talks more about logic and cutting straight to the heart of the matter. What is going on? What is the truth? What is on one's mind? Here, there's a desire to make things right. And I do see that happening in the coming future. But doing it in a very tactful way. No longer is there this kind of feeling of daydreaming. Now there's a desire to actually have plans, move things along, be more realistic. It appears the change card that you had earlier, it appears that it's not just going to be from one side. This is going to be a compromise from both people so that you can work together as a team and then make a change. That's what I'm seeing. All right. Let's have a look at what the angels have to say about this. All right, just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. I'm not sure if I just announced that already. If I did, please excuse me. All right. We have timelines here. Oh boy, did I not just say compromise? And now you have compromise. Very nice. We're all on the same page. Okay. So first things first here, the first card you have is Ask Your Angels. So they are saying here, this is the first card, so it is the strongest. They're saying that it's okay for you to ask your angels. That's what they're here for. They're here to help. And the way I request or talk to my angels, and they're not just my angels, they're our angels. This is Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. There are more, but I stick with these four mainly. I pray to the Christ consciousness, who is Jesus. From there, I go in my mind's eye. In my heart and my mind, I go to his Father, which is just the pure white holy light of God. From there, I ask, can you please send down these angels? You name them, but you also say angels from heaven. And whenever you're saying light of God, always use a holy light. Holy has a different definition. Now, when you have that, within a split second, you are going to be in the energy of the angels. You do need to ask for permission, but you also need to give permission to the angels to help you, because we have free will. They don't, but we need to give them the permission, okay? So once that's settled, you just tell them your problem, all right? You vent, you talk, okay? And you tell them to somehow help you, whatever you need help in. Has to be practical, has to be logical, has to be rational. But usually you will get certain types of messages, signs and synchronicities, messages in the mind intuitively. There's so many ways that you get messages and answers to the questions that you had. Sometimes it takes a while and sometimes it's very fast. Here, you have a timeline within the next few weeks or months. Yes, certain things are going to occur in this connection that are going to be very positive, but they want you to wait. They don't want you to rush into this. In the meantime, they're also telling you not to stop. So don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing. They feel that in this connection, it is important for you to keep up that light that you have. You have this vibration, and that glow that you have is important. They're also saying here, eventually you will be ready. You're ready emotionally, spiritually, and physically to move forward. Then we also have here, be assertive. So before, it seemed as if perhaps they may have walked all over you. They may have been saying things or doing things and you were just going along with it for the sake of it. However, what's important here is you don't just do that. And you don't do that anymore. You don't have to put your foot down. It depends on your situation. But it is very important that you stand up for yourself and that you let this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. You also let this person know how you want to move forward in this connection. But being assertive is something that you need to do. And that's the reason why it came up. It also talks about being assertive. It also talks about setting healthy boundaries. And when you have healthy boundaries, people do respect you more and relationships last longer. Here we also have compromise. Why do relationships last longer? Because there's respect. Some of you are asking that. Compromise. So the compromise card here, under the bottom of the deck, the overarching theme, I find it funny that I even said it earlier, but I guess me and angels are always in sync. The way the compromise works is it's important for the both of you to understand where you're coming from and what your mindsets are like. One is thinking one way, the other's thinking completely differently. But here, there's a meeting of the hearts and a meeting of the minds. And it's important for the both of you to meet at the same level, to change your level of belief, to adjust, to accommodate, and then finally both of you meet in the middle. And this is literally a 50-50 sort of deal. If one person changes and the other person is just changing 20%, one's changing 80%, not going to work. 60-40, that might work. But it needs to be more of a compromise from both parties. Libra, that is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. So what I'd like to know, because of this card, compromise, do you feel that perhaps you have compromised too much? Or do you feel that there was no compromise at all? I do like to read the comments, but if you could share with me with that, because this is something that's actually in the first set of cards, and the second, it's kind of a theme that I'm seeing here. There was a sense of a compromise that's needed So it would be good to know, have you done this before? And if you haven't, then what were you doing? Because a compromise is needed if you want this connection to work out. That's the way it's going to work out, by having that. Thank you for tuning in. What I wanted to also let you know, for those of you who are new, I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio. The link is below in the description box. Those videos are absolutely free, and it is regarding spiritual connections, past lives, twin flames, that sort of thing. Also, guidance and some advice based on relationships, that sort of thing. I also have one video on negative energies, what and who they are, and how to recognize and remove those things. Also, have a look at my website. I do have some orders that you could place if you wish. Have a look at the description before so that you know what it is that you will be getting. All right then. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Like I said, I am looking forward to hearing that compromise situation or whatever was related. Maybe there's no compromise. Maybe that's always been an issue. Even assertiveness. Do you feel that there's a lack of fairness where you have not been heard? I'd like to know. All right then. You all take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys again. Bye now.